Straight after one of the biggest days for gambling, the federal government has announced an overhaul of advertising for online gambling outlets. They'll soon be forced to include new messages warning about the risks of gambling when advertising their products on TV, radio and online. Political reporter Dana Morse joins us now from Parliament House in Canberra. Dana, g'day. So when will these changes take effect?
Good morning, Joe. They're scheduled to come into effect by April next year. And essentially what it will mean is that online betting outlets, including places like Bet365, Sportsbet, etc., they will have to broadcast different messages. The Gamble Responsibly tagline will be retired from April, and there'll be 7 different messages that will be taking its place. This falls under the portfolio of Social Services Minister Amanda Rishworth, and she says that there's been research into what taglines work best, and these 7 options have been informed by evidence-based research. So they include things like, think, is this the bet you really want to place? What are you prepared to lose today? Set a deposit limit. And what are you really gambling with?
And how do anti-gambling advocates feel about this?
Essentially, mostly they're happy that there is some reform in the area. Problem gambling has doubled between 2011 and 2019. And if you look at the number of online betting vendors that have come up since then, they've increased sharply. So I think advocates are pegging the increase in outlets available to the increase in problem gambling because it is so easy to access now. Gambling is about a $25 billion spend every year by Australians, and the Productivity Commission says that it costs around $4.7 billion to the taxpayer. So advocates are saying that this is to be a step forward, but it might not be far enough.
As Media Watch highlighted on Monday night, we have nearly 1,000 gambling ads on television every day in Australia, and they're one of the biggest advertisers in the country. So whilst I accept that they're propping up some commercial broadcasting operations and various sporting teams, the reality is that most of us don't want them and don't need them. The harm they do is considerable. And we're seeing a whole generation of kids indoctrinated into the idea that gambling is a great idea. So I think we need to phase them out, just as we did with tobacco sponsorship some time ago.
That was Professor Charles Livingstone there talking about the need to get rid of gambling ads altogether. Joe?
Okay, Dana Morse there in Canberra.